What's up guys, welcome to a Kengan Ashura power ranking tier list video. I've done this in the past, however among rereading Kengan Ashura and doing tons of research for videos, I feel that those ones are kinda outdated at this point and don't really represent what I currently think. Take note that when I say power, it's not only referring to raw strength but everything a character has, and of course I plan to do a tier list for Kengan Omega once the Purgatory vs Kengan tournament ends. Make sure to watch the end to hear all my reasonings and look out for changes that may occur midway. And I'll say it again, this is Kengan fighters at their Kengan Ashura power, not Kengan Omega. Now onto the tier list. I'll cover the tiers quickly. So at the top I have SS, then S+, S, A+, B, C and D. I feel that you kinda need a lot of tiers when comparing the Kengan Ashura fighters, and I'll explain that once I start ranking them. So at SS, I'll do it like however I want, characters I want to place first. So SS of course is our boy Kuroki, and then at S+, I have our boy Kano. I know Kuroki states during the fight with Kano that he considers Kano an equal. However, we do get later on the author stating that there is a noticeable difference between Kuroki and Kano in overall power. And with that, among other things that happen in the tournament, such as Kuroki absolutely bodying Oma in the final, I do say Kuroki is SS while Kano is S+, but these two are the only ones that are going to be in the tiers alone. Be a mad lad by subscribing and joining the superior side, helping me reach my 2021 goal of 100k subscribers. I also have a Patreon for people who want various benefits while supporting the channel directly, alongside the Discord server and my Twitter. That's all linked in the description. Now enjoy the video. Now for the rest of the characters, I wanted to just get those two out of the way quickly, as those are the two, strongest people in the Kengan Ashura Annihilation tournament in my opinion, and I think most people could agree on that. Now on to some S tiers, and I'll just get whatever characters now. Adam, I'm going to put in C for now. There may be changes as I mentioned. Justice Boys in A, he could possibly go in A+, but you'll see with other characters I place in A+ soon. We have Bando in there. Let's grab some S tiers. So some S tiers include Julius, Oma, we have Kure Ryan, and one more S tier is going to be Waka. So the order for this, I'm going to put it like that. It's very possible that if Oma was to fight, for example, Waka 10 times, that Waka may actually defeat him more times. But Demon's Bane is kinda that broken, may just edge him out in every fight if I'm being honest, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this for now. Waka and Julius are pretty much equals, with Waka only being like a little bit smarter and having the blast core to give him the advantage in Kengan Ashura, and Kure Ryan has the potential to possibly be like here based on like author statements, but what is showcased in Kengan Ashura, I feel that he's better sitting around here. Now onto the A+ tier. So that'll be the remaining top tier fighters that are strong. They have the possibility to beat like some people up here, but they'll most likely lose in my opinion. And those characters will most likely include Gaolang, who I have at the top of the A+ tier. And then the other A+ fighters will probably be the likes of our boy Hatsumi. I know there's like a long lasting debate in the community, Gaolang vs Hatsumi, which is truly better. I was on the Hatsumi side for quite a bit, but after making my Gaolang video I recently uploaded, I feel that Gaolang may actually be a stronger character overall than what Hatsumi would be. So I'm going to have Gaolang over Hatsumi for today's video. Then I'll have Kiro Setsuna and Rei. If I'm being honest, if we take Rei in his base form, not Super Synth mode, he may actually go down to the A tier, but his insane speed when he was, Synth mode boost is pretty impressive and could possibly go higher, but I'm going to leave him there for now. And then I'll have one more guy in A+, and that is our boy Mutaba. Mutaba I feel is kinda underrated. I am working on a separate video covering Mutaba and why I think he's an absolute beast. But yeah, Mutaba is pretty strong. He did quite well against someone like Waka, who's like a genetic god. So yeah, Mutaba is quite beastly, and I do feel that he's worthy of A+. Now I'll get some other people to go in the A tier. So we have Cosmo. You could maybe argue he goes in A+ later on with his foresight you know, zone combo, and some may argue that Justice Boy is above him due to, you know, what actually occurred during that fight. But later on, Cosmo does get a lot stronger regardless of the amount of injuries he got. And I know a lot of people are going to be saying, Bando, why is he below Cosmo? Cosmo can't defeat Bando. It's not really about who can defeat another fighter. There are specific hard counters. Just overall, who's a better fighter and who can win more matches against other fighters. And Bando, a lot of people think of him like a god. I personally don't, and don't think he's really that impressive, apart from his whips, which could maybe, you know, roll a lot of people. But a lot of the high tiers, I believe, are too fast and too tactical to even fall for the whips. And I do believe a lot of the tanky characters won't even get like damaged that much by the whips. But yeah, Bando's still an A tier due to being absolutely broken with his, you know, stretchiness. Now I'll go over some B tier fighters and some other characters that could possibly go in A. Other characters to go in B, I'll put Sorpang and Seki in B. You could maybe argue they go in A, but I feel that B is a, you know, safer and better spot for those two. You could argue maybe Sorpang's above Seki, but I do, you know, think Seki is quite beastly and may be able to defeat Sorpang, and may have the possibility to defeat a large variety of other characters. Okibo could maybe go in A tier, but I'm gonna put him in B tier as well. I do actually think Seki can defeat Okibo, but Okibo may do better against various other characters, and I do think Justice Boy would be able to, you know, roll Okibo in Kengan Ashura. Robinson is another character similar to Okibo, probably the second strongest out of the round 1 losers. It's definitely between him and Okibo for the round 1 losers who is the strongest, considering he's able to, you know, manhandle a non-serious base Ryan with like 0 difficulty. Oh, not 0 difficulty, but manhandle him quite well, then go overwhelmed by removal, of course. Some other characters that could possibly go in B, who do we have here? We have statements from the author saying Himuro is at the level of round 1 Cosmo, whatever that means. Or he didn't say round 1 Cosmo, but based on the timeline when he actually said that statement, it was referring to round 1 Cosmo. So you could maybe argue he's in B tier, but based on showings, he's more like a C tier if I'm being honest. And round 1 Cosmo may actually lose against these fighters and does get progressively better throughout the tournament to leave him in A. So yeah, I'm going to put Himuro in C tier. Meguro Masaki is probably a B tier. Prior to, you know, the Jaime fight in Kengan Omega and really seeing what Meguro Masaki could have been capable of if he didn't fight, you know, the best killer in the whole tournament, Mutaba, it really does make you think how strong Meguro truly was, and I feel that B tier is a safe spot for now. Then we have, I'm going to put Fisherman Dude in B tier as well. He's actually quite powerful. He's like a combination of Adam and Sorta, having insane balance with insane speed. So yeah, I'm going to put him quite a bit over, you know, Adam. I do think he's a tier above Adam and probably the lowest in the B tier. And I may even need a B plus tier to put some of these guys to get the difference between those two. But yeah, I'm going to put him at the end of B for now. Kyozan is another character I feel that belongs in B tier. He did quite well against Seki, even though he did lose and was kinda at the advantage for most of the fight due to fighting someone like Seki, but he did get defeated, but he is still quite beastly. And we do see him in Kengan Mega defeating the likes of Copy Ninja Dude. Anyone else that could go in B? Possibly, you could maybe argue Nikado Ren could go in B due to how well he performed against Kiryu Tetsuna, but the only thing he really has is his, you know, ultimate technique, and that didn't even one-shot someone like Kiryu, but it did push him to go into Fallen Demon. But I'm going to put him in C tier. I feel that it's a better spot for him. And then the other C tiers, I'm going to put Extra Thick Boy in there. I'm going to put Dr. Dude. Dr. Dude, he may be able to kill a lot of characters with his poison, but he won't actually win the official Kengan match against them. He'll lose, maybe get knocked out or defeated, but then they will die. So that's just an argument I have for Hanafusa. He's not really that impressive. All he did was outspeed like the slowest moving character in the series, with that being Bando. So yeah, it's not really that impressive from Hanafusa's standpoint. Inaba, a lot of people say he's a beast because he can carry a lot of stuff with his hair, but we did see Oma destroy his hair, and then Gao Lang pretty much calling him trash later on when he was talking shit about weak body dude. So yeah, Inaba probably isn't that impressive as well. Gozo, you know, got one tapped by our boy Waka, isn't really that impressive as well. This dude is probably a C tier as well. He did come back later on in Kengan Ashura and, you know, showcase more of his power. So he's probably a little bit higher. But I'm going to leave him at the end of C tier right now. It doesn't really matter that much. Nezu, it's kind of hard to rank considering he just got one tapped by Ray. So Canada has the possibility to defeat a large amount of characters due to his insane analytical prowess and his insane foresight. But due to his weak body and may actually just get out physicaled by a lot of characters, make him not too impressive in my opinion. Rito is probably, you know, above Sorta, a D tier, not very impressive in Kengan Ashura, but he did, you know, have a little scuffle with Removal Ryan prior to Ryan's first fight, so he could probably go and see, and I wouldn't be surprised if he could defeat the likes of like Adam or something. But I'm just going to leave him in D tier right now, not being the smartest character in Kengan Ashura. And you're probably a D tier character as well. He did actually injure Hatsumi, but Hatsumi, when not in his peak, isn't very impressive. And he did kind of get low diff by Hatsumi after that as well. And of course, Jerry Tyson is the god of the Kengan Ashura Annihilation Tournament, apart from our boy Kazi. But yeah, that's my Kengan Ashura power ranking tier list. Let me just look at it again, make sure I have everything in the right spot that I believe. Yeah, I do believe this is what I currently think the rankings look like. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you agree with me, disagree with me? If you want to argue with me, you can, I don't know, join the Discord and talk some shit, whatever you want to do. But yep, that's it guys. Peace. As always, shout out to the people who support the channel via the Patreon, absolute mad lads. And yep, that's it guys. Peace.